On this is Pennsylvania Congressman Dan Meuser. Congressman, I mean, rather than actual just focus on the issues inside the United States, I mean, they're literally traveling to El Salvador, fighting for a gang member, terrorist, wife beater, allegedly, and illegal immigrant, even if none of the other things are true, an illegal immigrant.
It's hard to believe. Mark, Charlotte, just hard to believe, right? There are so many other priorities, and you know what? Crime and illegal immigration. My God, we had open borders. We've got so many hundreds of those that were on the terrorist watch list. All kinds of criminals coming across. We're seeing it. I mean, right in Van Hollen's home state of Maryland, I met Patty Morin. Her daughter Rachel was brutally murdered. He never made contact with the family, and now he's acting as if this is the catastrophe of the century, that a guy who was mixed up with MS-13, maybe he wasn't a card-carrying member, but we think he was. He's on record. That's not even alleged, Mark. There are police records that his wife had a restraining order against him for being beaten by him. He's here illegally, number 6 on the list. We send them back to El Salvador, and they're flying down there. Now they got other members of the House delegation stating to do this. It's madness. I mean, you know, talk about a misappropriation of priorities and being completely out of touch with America.
Yeah, and that's the point that you make so well, is that you met Patty Morin. Her own senator from her state has not taken time to even give her a phone call. That's why people voted the way they did in November. Common sense and just being Americans, right? It doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat. I don't know if Rachel Morin was a Republican or Democrat, but I don't care, because she was a mother and she was an American citizen. And I feel like Democrats are losing touch with reality here.
Well, they are. I mean, look at the crime that exists. For instance, I'm from Pennsylvania, of course, in Philadelphia, beautiful city, everything else. And yet we have a prosecutor there and a governor that condones it, that doesn't prosecute repeat criminals. And meanwhile, you know, what a surprise. Crime is way up, and along with fear. You know, again, they're have a misappropriation of where their priorities are, and it's clear to the American people. Right? I mean, their views on, you know, talk about the 80-20 rule.
Right.
I mean, you know, this is 95-5.
Yeah, no, you make the point.
You know, Congressman, I do want to shift gears real quick. And obviously, we just had Congressman Andy Harris on in our last segment. The big, beautiful bill. It's going to be on deck when you guys get back to D.C. in a week or so. There's a lot there. I know some want to get it done by Memorial Day, but you've got tax cuts, you've got spending cuts. I've even seen some, I'd say, trial balloons being tossed out there about raising taxes on the wealthy in order to pay for maybe the no tax on tips or Social Security. I mean, where do you think things are right now? And do you think we'll get it done by Memorial Day?
Well, things are definitely moving along. It is our priority because it is so meaningful. You know, on the flip side, the Democrats don't want any part of it. They're all going to vote against it. They want to see huge tax increases take place. And when I say huge, I mean huge. For small business, 25%, for families, a good 20%. They don't want to see the border money. They don't want to see energy policy that we want to pass. They don't want to see the levels of deregulation and access to capital among financial services. So this is very, very important that we pass it. It will strengthen our economy. It will strengthen our national security. It will bring energy policy so America can be dominant. So the timing sure matters, but we got to get it right. Most importantly. Memorial Day, probably not, but possible. I firmly believe we need to get it done before the 4th of July. Because if we go past that, then we have 3 weeks before the August break. It's not really much of a break, to be honest with you. We're more busy in the home district than we are in D.C. Nevertheless, it simply has to get done. It's one of those has-tos. So I'm confident it will.
So I got to ask you, because obviously you're from Pennsylvania, and something horrific happened over the weekend at the governor's mansion, the home of Josh Shapiro, and that man lighting fire to his home and wanting to kill him if he found him inside. Just want to get your reaction to the political violence that we're seeing in this country.
Well, it's terrible, right? And it's look, there's a lot of language that takes place that needs to be corrected, but in this instance, it wasn't really anyone's fault. I'm not going to say any inflammatory language caused this. We had the person was a bit of a psycho, of course, very anti-Semitic. They attacked Governor Shapiro's governor's residence on Passover, okay, with the clear intent of killing him and his family and burning the house down, and also very, very terrible. Now, on the same note, let's look at the bigger picture. So, and I texted the governor, reached out, posted. Many of us did. We completely denounced it, 100% denouncing.
Right.
Now, I just can't help though but say on the left, and and when you have a Tesla car bomb set outside a Trump hotel and it blows up virtually, and there's no denouncing from the left.
Right.
In fact, they're making jokes about it on comedy shows that only the left watches, for crying out loud, because it's not funny. And all it does is try to attack the president. So things like that. And I'll also just add this. I got into a little controversy with Governor Shapiro because I stated that he makes comments where he said President Trump was an existential threat to democracy. And he recently stated, very falsly, that President Trump and the administration was withholding funding for food for hungry Pennsylvanians, keeping those that are hungry from accessing food. Complete falsehood, completely made up.
Yeah.
And when you say things like that, that creates hatred.
It does.
Right?
It does. No, you're right.
I mean, hatred, and where does hatred go?
The violence.
Right.
And we've got to stop this.
Exactly.
Absolutely. We can't continue this way.
No room for violence, regardless of politics or religion or anything else.
Right.
All right, Congressman Dan Meuser, thanks for joining us.
Great being with you. Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back on Wake Up America. Stay with us.